Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I hope you are having the day that you deserve. If you are new here, I'm your girl Sade Boo. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. I do respond in the comments and I like to interact with the family. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so that when I post a video, you can pull up and see what's happening. Today's video, oh boy, I just have to speak on it because I watched a small clip of this video that I'm going to show you guys, which you've already read the title, so you know what I'm talking about. I watched a small clip. I did not watch the entire interview, but this clip alone was very, very triggering for me. And I'm going to tell you why right after we watch it.
Black men cry. When divorces happen, women aren't the only one that are devastated. When a miscarriage happens, women are not the only one that you should be checking on. When you can't put food on the table because your career goes up and then it goes down, stop calling, skipping over the man, and just checking on the woman.
Reese, you deal with a lot of grief.
One, let me just say this first. My heart goes out to Tyrese, and it takes a lot. It shouldn't have to take a lot, but it takes a lot for a man to be vulnerable in that type of way and put his heart on the sleeve and, you know, put it amongst people who may be laughing at him, who may be making joke out of what it is that he's going through or dealing with at the moment, or just him having a moment of being emotional about something that maybe he went through, whatever, right? I want all people, all women, all ethnicities, all generations, all eras, everybody to understand. Let me say this first. Black men cry. Black men, it's okay to cry. There's nothing wrong with a man crying. The same thing Tyrese just said, I agree with him 110%. Whenever people go through divorce, people are always concerned about the woman, her mental state, emotional state. Is she okay? Is the children okay? You don't really hear, I'm not saying that people don't do it, but you don't really hear people checking in on the husband. How's he doing? What's his mental state? How is he feeling? How is he coping? How is he grieving the loss of the relationship or the marriage? When a woman has a miscarriage, yes, we know it is traumatic to a woman's body, and sometimes these things even kill her. It even kills the woman. I get that. I am a woman myself. I understand. But nobody talks about how the loss of a miscarriage affects a man and the process he really goes through. She wasn't the only one who may have really wanted that child. Sometimes it's not even the woman so much that wanted the child that much. Sometimes it's the man. And so how is he taking the loss? How is he grieving that? We have men out here. Sometimes people are on their jobs for years. Sometimes something happens where they end up losing their job, or the job ends up shutting down, or there's no more business, whatever the case may be. And that man was the breadwinner. That man was the head, was the leader of his household, who now he has to try and figure out a way of how is he going to put food on the table. Do you think about how that affects him? It's always constantly people, and I just think that people are just so used to just checking in on the woman. We have to check on these men. They hurt. They go through pain. They go through trauma. They go through things that affect their mental, that affect them emotionally. And somehow, some way, it comes out in other ways. They go through things. Women are not the only ones that need a shoulder to cry on. Women are not the only ones that need a safe space to be vulnerable. Men need a safe space to be vulnerable, to be honest, to give their hearts, to give themselves. for somebody to just be a listening ear without judgment. I don't understand why it's 2024 and people are still making joke about a man crying. What about that is funny? There's nothing about a man crying funny. There's nothing about a man hurting funny. I think we have grown up in a world where we're just so used to saying, or society makes it that way, or, you know, a man has maybe grown up in a certain environment or a certain home, certain situations, circumstances, whatever the case may be, where, you know, if he did drop a tear, what you dropping a tear for? You're not no bitch. You're a man. You stand 10 toes down and you hold your balls and you stand on business and you do what you're supposed to do. So if he drops a tear, does that make him less of a man? If he says that today he's in pain, or today he's grieving, or today it's hard for him to get up and make a step forward, does that make him less of a man? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Men always have to be strong. So when do they get to say that they're tired? When do they get to say, I need a break, I just need a moment? When do they get to say, I'm hurting? That hurt my feelings. What you said to me hurt my feelings. They're so like, they tend to move so robotic and so like, and it's all because of how people perceive them, what the world says they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to conduct themselves. If you cry, that takes nothing away from you being a man. You are still a provider. You are still a protector. You are still the leader. You are still the one who is in control of the operation. It makes you no less of a man. Women who are married to men, women who are in relationship with men, you have to create a safe space for your man to be able to be vulnerable, for your husband to be able to be vulnerable. Not when you get upset and then you say, oh, what you gonna do, go and cry? No, you can't do that. A majority of women is not getting the best of their men because they either don't know how to operate outside of how they're just used to operating and scared of being vulnerable, and some are not getting the best of their men because they know the type of woman that they have, and they know that she's gonna judge me, she's gonna say this, she's gonna say that, she's gonna throw this in my face. Like we are brought forth to be the helpmate, to help them, to nurture them, to love them, to create a space where they can be 110% themselves on the good days, the bad days, the highs, the lows. A man can cry. You can, if you are watching this and you are a man, a black man, an Asian man, whatever, Indian man, Arab, whatever. If you are a man, it's okay to cry. It's okay. It's okay. You are not Superman. You are not Superman, even when you're being Superman. You are human. You feel. Your feelings are valid and they matter. So I just wanted to come on here and just give my little insight on that, because that really triggered me a little bit. I know a lot of men that are very just so strong-willed, and so that sometimes I'm like, do you have down days? Like, do you get sad? Like, you gotta question it sometimes. But of course they do. Of course they do. Of course they do. If you think they don't. When you check in on the women, check on the men as well. How are you? What are you feeling? How are you feeling? How do you feel about that today? How did that make you feel? Just like we need counsel, they need counsel too. Just like we need extra TLC, they need extra TLC too. So I just wanted to put that out there, and thank you guys for watching. I'm actually going to go and watch the whole interview, but that little clip right there, I just had to speak on it because that is like such a huge thing. But thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said, if you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go and subscribe, like, share this video out, share this out to a black man, an Indian man, an Arabic man, a Chinese man, a brown man, blue man, white man, gray man. Share it out. It is okay for a man to cry. It's okay. It is okay. So thank you for watching. Comment down below if you agree, disagree, how you feel about it. Also, make sure you turn on your post notification. And I love you guys. See you in the next video.